Have you ever entered kitchen at half midnight and thought like, I should start my own cooking show? But you're like, I have no skills. I have no equipment. I have no nothing. But I have grand total 15 minutes of energy and motivation and commitment. I can already see myself being the superstar. I can see myself receiving the Oscar award in the, how do you call it? The best cooking show on YouTube in the super amateur league, among those who are watched by no more than 10 people. Anyway, let's start with the show.
Yay!
I don't really have time because it's half midnight, so I will just make us some cocoa. Making cocoa is super basic. Everybody should know how to make cocoa. So we need milk. You see? It's milk. It's nice. Everybody likes milk. Are most because they get diarrhea from milk, but like, I digress. Anyway, we have milk. I like milk. Milk is good. We have a glass. We want to measure more or less how much cocoa do we want. Like, do we want that much? Just leave something, okay? Just leave a bit of room, because later we need to add cocoa powder. Fill it, but don't fill it entirely, okay? Don't fill it, but don't fill it entirely, okay? Just full glass or something, right? So just fill it, but don't fill it entirely, okay? Just probably you want most of the glass, right? Or that much. Or that much. Milk. Great. And now we need to heat the milk. So we need to use a pot. Not like uncountable. A pot. Countable. It's important.
Professional mixes played by a professional DJ.
Got a circle wherever you are. Do you believe it? Can you receive it? Got a circle, whatever you say. Do you believe it? Can you receive it? Got a circle.
To put my finger into the milk. It's kind of warm.
At the end of
in the meantime, I can let you know about the second obvious ingredient. Like, I mean, well, I guess you'd expect that we can add some cocoa powder, which is trivia. So, in supermarkets, you have two types of cocoa powder. Normal one and reduced fat content. The one with the reduced fat content has a lighter, more pale color. You do not want that. You want the full fat one. Why? Because in cocoa, fat is the tasty, is the expensive thing. You want it. In the meantime, we can see that the milk is very active. It feels it cannot take the heat much any longer. So let's just turn it off. And now we can add a bit of cocoa powder, like this much, or maybe this much, or maybe like this much. Just a bit more. The reason why I like making cocoa is that usually the cocoa you buy elsewhere, it's very light, it's not very strong, but I want this taste of chocolate. I want it to be like molten chocolate. I want this to be an actually nice experience, like something thrilling. So in order to make it taste good, we need to add something to make it sweet, because cocoa powder is quite bitter, and that is a problem. So what can we add? Most people would simply add sugar, but that's a big mistake. That's a no, do not do that. Do not add sugar to your cocoa, right? I mean, it's a mistake, it's a bad thing to do. Do not do that. What should you do? You should add honey. But what type of honey? Well, dark honey. Usually, the darker the honey, the better it is. Why? It's simple. Usually, the light honey, it's kinda simply sweet. It just has this honey taste. It tastes just like honey. But dark honey has some kind of taste that is typical to whatever this honey is, right? This is what we want. We want to give our cocoa a personality. We want to give it a soul. So when you drink it, you will know that you're killing a living creature, right? Now that the honey to the cocoa has been poured, we need to stir it, compound portion of the curds. Leaving no sweetness on the shiny silver spoon. Oh. Cocoa reaches out my stomach but my soul. While I make it, all my anger turns to dough. In my vessels I can feel the sap to flow. Oh, I love my cocoa. Oh, but did you know that Vanya amongst the others now? Vanya amongst the others now, giving me a effect of wow. Oh. Depending cocoa on my cocoa, here it goes. To the milk and the honey and the cocoa dust. We use the extract, not just vanilla. Oh, I love my cocoa. Oh, but did you know that Vanya has been under now? Vanya has been under now. Delight runs my heart with meow. Almost ended, not that far. Oh. my cartridge meow. Almost ended, not that far, giving me an effect of wow. Nice my line and now well Blending cocoa must I now. 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 And now, when we have all the nicely blended cocoa, we can just pour it into a glass. There are chunks, but you know, life is chunky sometimes. Life has chunks. Small chunks. It's mostly okay. A glass of cocoa. I love my cocoa.